and thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, we are I'm sharing an update on my room makeover that I started several months ago. It used to be an office, and I've kind of gone through several stages of how I'm repurposing this space, and I've pretty much got it completed for under $500. So I'm going to share with you how you can repurpose a room using a lot of items that you may already have, repurposing items. That's what it's all about for me these days. We're just trying to do everything that we do on a budget. And so if that's something you're interested in, keep watching.
Now, before I share the updates, let's take a little trip back down memory lane. So this is what this office looked like before. And as I said, I was no longer using this space. I had no use for a traditional desk anymore. So the first thing I did was decided to get rid of the desk. So I bagged it up and had someone come take that away. Now I had this TV stand and I wasn't ready to part with it yet. It was still in pretty decent shape. So I went ahead and I painted it. And I bought a fireplace insert to add to that. And then, so that I can continue to use that. I just changed it to the black color. Very, very easy DIY to make it just a little bit more modern and to fit the aesthetic that I wanted to go with for this room. Now my TV is very, very old, so that's why I don't have it mounted to the wall. It's on this TV stand. Eventually I will replace that, but that'll happen later. I am looking for some temporary art for over the TV though, because this is a blank space and I wanted something there. Didn't quite know what I needed, but something was needed there. So as I normally do, my first reaction was to head out to the store to look for something. But like we said, we're trying to do this on a budget. So I went to the store, I was looking around, I saw a couple pieces that caught my eye. This one was $149. Definitely did not want to spend that kind of money, but this really did speak to me. That's the kind of art I love. I love abstract art. And I love neutral colors. I'm trying to get away from the neutral colors a little bit, sort of, kind of, but that's just kind of my thing. But anyway, so I looked at the art, couldn't really find anything, but I had an idea because, again, we're doing this on a budget. So I went back home and I remembered that I had this old canvas that I've had for a long time at my home and I was no longer using it. And it was of the Brooklyn Bridge. I think I probably got this from Ross some years ago. And it's just kind of been just here for all this time. I used it for a short time. So I decided that I was going to repurpose the canvas because it's the right size that I needed for over that TV. So I just had some little cheap paints here. I keep a bunch of paints because I like to paint. So these are from Hobby Lobby or whatever. They're like $1 a piece or whatever. So I just started to paint over this canvas. I had a couple of inspiration pieces in mind for what I might eventually do with this art. I really like this one to add a little color. Not real sure to this day what I'm going to do with this, but I am working on it and I really want to spend time in the space and just decide which way I want to go. But in the meantime, I've been having fun with this canvas. I've just been adding all types of texture, just kind of pouring paint on them with all different types of brushes and sponges and all of that, because the good thing about abstract art is there is no right or wrong. So whatever this piece of canvas ends up being, it will be perfect for this space. Now, even though this room is no longer a traditional office space, it is still a workspace for me. But the difference is I wanted it to be filled with things that I love. So I knew that I had to have some plants in here and I wanted to add artwork and just pieces that had meaning. I've been talking a lot this year about creating a story for my home, and so this project was no different. I'm going to try to see if I can get a decent view here for you to see this. These are some photographs that I took of my grandchildren. We were in Rock Hill, South Carolina, and they had this old art piece of some old school telephone booths. And so I showed them to them and they decided to emulate talking on the phone, and I just snapped that picture. So I had it printed off at Walmart. And then this one was a play at our church and where my granddaughter was Ruby Bridges. So she is dressed as Ruby Bridges And my grandson is in the background. He was one of the detectives, so he was preparing for his little part. But I just love these pictures. They have a vintage look and feel to them, so I have them printed in black and white and put them in some frames, and they're there on my wall. Then over here, I have some artwork here. This top piece is from Hobby Lobby when they had like 75% off a couple years ago. I picked this print up. I think it was like $1 and some change. And then this one I got from the Goodwill. I've shown this lots of times in my home. I've kind of been moving it around. It's from the Goodwill, and this is also a thrifted piece here. So I just decided to add these pieces to the wall here in like a little gallery effect, and I really like the way that they turned out. Then over here I have this lamp and my little torso here on this table. This is a thrifted table that I have had for years. This is probably the oldest piece of furniture that I own now, but it is thrifted and I've had it for about 15 years. It has been every color under the sun. It was purple when I bought it, and I painted it and used it in different parts of my home. Most recently, it was white with a black drawer, and I just decided to go ahead and paint it and make it all black. I just thought that was a good look. So yet again, I found a way to prolong the life of this little piece. Now this here is something that I saw in a model home that I recently shared over on the channel. If you've not seen that video, check it out. But I really love the way that they had those plants up on the wall. So I love going to model homes because I get inspiration or ideas for what I can do with things that I already have. So I already had these two pieces. These are actually candle holders. But I decided that I would take some floral foam, hot glue it in the bottom of it, get some command strips and stick them on the wall. Now this project didn't turn out exactly the way that I wanted it to. I had a hard time getting the things to stick and all of that good stuff, but it's a work in progress and I'm loving the way that it turned out. Now this particular one was actually for the wall. I already had it. And then I took the others that I have and just stuck them on the wall like I explained before. And I really like it. Now I'm having problems with the third one, so we'll get that one up there. But that's the way that space is looking, and I really do like it. To replace the desk that I had in here, I added this art table some time ago. I got it from Ashley Furniture. It's kind of working out okay. I love the functionality of it and everything. Not crazy about the drawers on there, so I'm going to be looking to do a little DIY or something different with that. But the table part, it works out perfectly. Now, this table raises up so that I can use it as an easel if I need to. I also can use it as, for drawing or doing my puzzles or whatever. I currently have some paint samples here from Sherwin-Williams because I am looking to add some paint to the walls in here. I've done some, which I'll be sharing just in a few minutes, but I am looking to add some more. So yeah, that's the way that the reason I have this here. These are the drawers. I said I'm not crazy about them. They're fabric, and because I house a lot of paints and things like that in them, it's just too much going on in here. So I'm going to be looking to kind of remove that piece of it and just kind of keep the table, but that'll come over time. But see how this table can lift up and everything. Very, very versatile. I love the table itself. It's just that little side piece that came with it that I'm not crazy about. But anyway, I have my little music section here. I've got my vinyl, which I come in here and I really enjoyed this. This is like taking a step back in time for me. It had been many years since I had vinyl. But I am loving that. So that is a nice part of this room as well. My wall. So I did do a feature wall here or accent wall. I've added a dark hunter green color in here. That is the color that I went with for the one wall. I had these floating shelves already up here and they were white. I was thinking about painting them, but I'm kind of liking the way that they pop against the green. So I may just leave them up there, or they definitely will be up there for a little bit. This art piece here is a piece that my granddaughter did. I've shared this before on my channel. This is my new plant baby. It is a prayer plant and I am loving her. I have shared a faux prayer plants that I didn't know were prayer plants at the time. And I were talking about how pretty they were. And then my sister told me it was a prayer plant. And then Libra Moon, one of my subscribers, reached out to tell me what type of prayer plant. So shouts out to both of them for that. This art piece here is one that I thrifted a few months ago for a few dollars. And then I have a CD here by Fabian Lance. If you don't know who Fabian Lance is, Google him. His music is amazing. I also have an old Chaka Khan album here. And this is my dog who passed away last year, his footprint. So I just keep that up there, his paw print up there. But yeah, that's kind of what I have going on over here. Now, there was one thing I did not mention, and that is this piece here. Now, I picked this up at Walmart. I shared it recently, I think, and I'm not sure what order the videos are coming out in. But anyway, this is from Walmart. And when I saw it, I said, and it's for Christmas, obviously, but I said this will be a great dupe for the Pottery Barn antler that came out for the fall this year. So I picked it up. I actually did put a coat of spray paint on it, but it wasn't enough because I was trying to get rid of the sparkle. So I'm going to go back through and do some more. But I like that. I just thought it was so cute. So yeah, that's what I have going on up there. Now, I searched high and low for the right seating for this room. I wanted a comfortable sofa. I wanted it to be modern. I wanted to add color. That is the one that I landed on. Definitely cut corners, and that was not the thing to do. I got this at Ashley Furniture. I give it a 0 out of 10. Do not recommend. So this is a temporary piece for me. I will probably sell it on Marketplace once I get the money to purchase what I want. This ain't it. It's pretty though. I love the color. I love the rug. The rug I picked up from Amazon. And it was a great price for that. I will try to link it below if anyone is interested. You know, I love my animal print, so it matched that need. This is a chandelier that was from a collaboration that I did a few years ago. Doesn't really match with the vibe in here anymore, but I love the lighting. And like I said, this space will be filled with things that I love. So whether they go together or not, I'm mixing styles, I'm mixing colors, I'm doing what I want in here. This little table here is not really a table. This was the stool to my art table. I needed a table in here. I didn't want to spend the money right away. So I just took the table. It was white and the legs were black. So I just spray painted it black. And then I had some hunter green paint and I just kind of did some little splashes in there. I don't know why, just to add a little bit of interest, but I thought it was cute. And it's a temporary piece until I find the perfect table for this spot, which I'm going to take my time in finding because this will do just fine until that time comes. The rug, I think I mentioned already, but in case I didn't, it is from Amazon and I will try to link it below. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. I do have those albums up on the wall, which I've done with some acrylic holders. They're actually album cover holders that you can get on Amazon, and I just kind of stuck them up there. And I like these because I can kind of switch them out as I want. So I did find a Purple Rain Prince album recently. Yay. So slowly but surely I'm building my collection of some of my favorites and I'm adding them to this section of the room. Yeah, so this is how the room has all come together so far. I think I covered everything. The lamp, the task lamp that is over my art table is also a thrifted piece. I've had that for a while as well. So lots and lots of thrifted pieces, lots of repurposing, recycling for this space, and I love it. The closet in here is where I store my extra home decor. It's a mess right now, but I do want to paint the doors here or change out the doors or something like that. that's something that will come much, much later. I also will replace this little table here eventually. I have plenty of space here to add a credenza, and that's what I really ultimately want for this space, so that I have some place to store things and a place to decorate. So that will come too at a later date, at whatever time I find it. I'm not going to be rushing my way through this. It will take time to find everything. Definitely, I'm going to be replacing this piece here with a better sofa that is more comfortable. Like I said, I do love it. I hope that I'll be able to sell it on Marketplace. It'll be in good condition and all of that. But that's what I'll do to get my money back. It was a regretful purchase. But yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll probably add more art to this wall at some point. Yeah, that's kind of what I have going on. And I'm always burning my amber vanilla in here. So I enjoy coming in here. That's also what I'm burning in my diffuser. Those are scents that I love. And I want this to be a room that I love and that I can come in and enjoy. So I've actually started referring to this space as my retreat. I come in here at the end of the day and I just relax and unwind and just enjoy being surrounded by things that I love, things that I have repurposed and brought back into my home that I'm really enjoying. And so I'm glad that I finally have a space that I'm using, as opposed to a space that was just coming up and collecting dust.
Well, I hope you have enjoyed this video today, and hopefully you got some inspiration for how you might want to redo a space in your home that you're currently not using. I am happy to say that I am in this room every day now. So that is a good thing. And the better thing is that I've done it on a budget. So now I'll continue to collect and curate things for this space, but I'll take my time in doing it because I kind of have it together, but there's some things that I'll switch out over time, but there's no rush for that. So I can take my time to find the perfect piece. That's what it's all about, finding the items that I love. So that takes time. You don't just always walk into a store and say, this is it. It just doesn't always happen that way. Anyway, stop my rambling here. If you've enjoyed today's video, please hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment below. Let me know what was your favorite part of this room makeover. Also, let me know if you have a room in your home that you're currently not using and what ideas you might have for your space, if anything. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because over here we do all things home decor, but it's always going to be on a budget. So if you are about saving your coin, this is the channel for you. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.